disabled people can actually have sex. And if I have managed to convince someone to sleep with me, then there's still hope for the rest of the disabled population.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi there. How is everyone?
I mean, isn't it horrible and dull and horrible?
I know.
Oh
I
no,
know,
I've got dark blue skies and beautiful sunshine up here.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know. So I'm going to say, before you do anything else, please like and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Oh, and like and follow us on Facebook.
Oh, and follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to tweet.
And of course, use your Instagram every day, because that's where you'll find us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sherrie, darling.
Yes,
I must tell you, some very, very interesting, very essential piece of information.
Oh, right.
Is, you know how we all like to be positive about lockdown?
Yes.
About what's happening in the pandemic. Well, sea turtles are coming back in their millions.
Yay!
Yay!
Right.
Isn't that wonderful news?
I haven't seen them in Southern High Street.
What?
Really?
Where have they gone to, Dee?
Well, I don't know exactly where they've gone to, but they certainly have come back.
Dee, when you come with a story, you've got to know the backstory.
I have. I know. That's my
problem.
problem.
Just tell us something and then
My backstory is not so good.
No, it sounds obscene. We don't want her backstory, please.
No.
More importantly,
You really don't. You
Dress
really
Up
don't.
Friday. It's Dress Up Friday. And I'm going to start by showing you, if I may, my
Yes.
best. Yeah, I have to step backwards. And
Right.
show you when you can see them. Can you see them yet?
No.
Yeah.
Go back.
Oh no, a bit more.
Hang on. What I'm
Lift
going to
your
have
leg
to do.
up. Lift
Can you
lift
wow,
your leg up.
that's
Yeah.
lovely.
Woo!
A leg
Oh,
up. Leg up. Lift your leg up.
Again. Oh,
Higher.
a
Hiya.
loony.
You do it.
nice. I'm
Are they called
surprised,
loons?
Harriet, you can get your leg up there.
Darling, I can. I can
She
do the
doesn't want
splits,
to.
darling. I can still do the splits, and I will do it when somebody's prepared to pay me.
Wow.
As I said.
I
now I've got to
I
pay
think
that.
they were called in Carnaby Street. They were called loons, apparently.
No, that's you, darling.
Yes, that's true. I'm the loon.
Or maybe, actually, it's all of us.
What have you got on, Dee?
Oh, well, something I sort of ran together this morning, actually. You know how I do.
Of course.
But I was having a really, well,
Well, we need to see
a
you.
little 12, right. Well, see, I was having a bad hair day. So I thought, what do we do? Make a little hat. So I've just got a little silver foil hat. It's not really silver foil.
Is it tin foil, darling?
I've been round my kitchen, you see. I've had the dishcloth, and now I'm doing it out of tin foil.
Perfect.
Wow.
And
It
this
looks
is
gorgeous.
this is the actual. Woo! So that was something that I got in the sale before we were stopped going out. So
We
I thought,
love sale.
with the tin foil. Yay! And what about you? What about you, Sherrie?
Well, I've got my, my lovely glittery top.
Oh, love
Right
that.
at the door. And
Divine.
it literally can lift anybody at any time, whichever gender. You could wear this and you'd feel sensational in it. I always put it with a cream jacket because actually it dumbs it down a little bit so that it doesn't feel like nighttime. But at nighttime, I would probably put it with black loons. So,
How
very
divine.
high shoes. At the moment, I've got no shoes on at all.
Before we go to Debbie, is it flares, loons, or bell bottoms, or are they all different, or are they all the same?
I think they're all the same because I have them on.
Yes.
Actually. I don't know if you'll be able to see me because I've got an all-in-one thing.
Yeah.
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 Hang on, but look.
Great.
Fab.
Yes,
They're
flares.
lots of them as well. So I have an all-in-one.
Lovely.
Right.
Tree
Lovely.
glam.
They're not the same, Harriet. Flares, loons, and bell bottoms.
The flares I think come from the top. No,
Yeah.
flares come from the knee down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
loons are all the way
All
down.
the way down.
Yes.
And what's a bell bottom? The same as a
Don't you
flare.
remember
Bell
bell bottom jeans? Don't you remember?
That's what I say. Yeah. So is this
Yeah,
a,
they're all different.
so mine flare from the knee down? Is it a bell bottom or a flare?
No, that's
then?
a flare. That's a flare. The bell
Okay.
bottom is just the bottom. So the
Yes.
trousers
okay.
go down and come out.
So
At
it
the
just
bottom.
comes down and then
Okay.
out.
The
I mean-
flares go out and the loons are big.
Thank
Yeah.
you, because you lived through the 70s. I'm much younger, so I don't
Well,
remember.
I know
So
you were
thank
only
you so much.
born
I don't
last
want to
year.
talk about this anymore. I want to talk about my son. What you didn't realise is that I had a son, did you?
No.
Yes,
Extraordinary.
I do. He might only be a radio son,
Oh.
but I've played his mummy on radio, and I'm very proud of him. And I do his whole thing, you know, the whole Jewish mother, but he's got to cope with me, for goodness sake. Sort of
Oh.
always looking after him, being his mummy. But my radio son is the fantastically talented and wonderful Lee Ridley. Hello,
Yay!
my little boy.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me on the show.
We're
Well,
so
The
grateful.
nest, Lee.
Yeah, it's so lovely to see you, Lee.
I'm
Gorgeous.
so proud of you. I'm sorry to embarrass you, but at least I can do it now, can't I? Publicly, I can embarrass you. Lee, how are you coping in this lockdown?
Lockdown is certainly a challenge, but I'm coping with it. After such a hectic time until last year, I think I needed a break from it all. It's just a shame it had to happen like this.
It's true.
I have a few writing projects on at the moment, so that I can still keep myself busy while staying indoors. Admittedly, it's hard to get motivated, and I'm not sure what day it is, but the work done. Funnily enough, one of the projects I'm working on is the third series, Ability. If you've heard it on Radio 4 before, Ability is a sitcom about a disabled bloke who can't speak, who sometimes uses his disability to his advantage and can be a bit of a dick at times. Obviously, it's purely fictional. He shares a flat with his best mate, Jess, who he also fancies, and he has a very dodgy carer called Bob. Together they get up to quite a lot of mischief. In the first series, they decided to become drug dealers just to see if they could get away with it and set up a robot sex line to make a bit of money from learning all that. They do this sort of thing in the third series too.
Lee, I love the title of your book. I'm only in it for the parking. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Tell us about that, Lee.
It's always been a dream of mine to write a book, so I'm delighted to have had the opportunity to do so. As you've said, it's called I'm Only in It for the Parking. And it's basically all about the stupid questions people ask me because I'm disabled. I always get asked a lot of really silly questions in my deadline, so I decided to write them all down for you. I hope it helps other disabled people being asked simple stupid questions. The dumbest thing I've been asked is probably have I ever tried to talk just to see what would happen? As if I had just been lazy all of my life and therefore just couldn't be bothered to talk. Like I was only putting it on to take advantage of the disabled parking. If you are wondering, no, I haven't tried to talk before, mainly because I know nothing would happen. Besides, I've built a career out of not being able to speak now. I don't think I should be encouraging my voice to magically reappear too much. Our voice guy just doesn't have the same ring to it. I think the question that I'm sick of being asked the most is definitely, are you as clever as Stephen Hawking? Spoiler alert, I'm not. It's probably when people ask me really personal stuff, like if I can have sex. This really amuses me. Contrary to popular belief, disabled people can actually have sex. And if I have managed to convince someone to sleep with me, then there's still hope for the rest of the disabled population.
Yay!
I'm not sure why so many people seem to think that I can't have relationships. Obviously, it'd be awkward, if I started to talk dirty in bed, there's no way I can say something filthy to a woman without her imagining she was in bed with Robocop.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
We were lucky enough to do an amazing gig together last year when Jen Saunders and I were hosting ZSL. It was for the zoo because it's all about conservation. It was a comedy night at the event in Apollo, and you were there. Thank God, it was a sensation, and it was just brilliant. But what I wanted to know was, in this time of lockdown, which is tough, what comedic moments, what high points have there been for you?
To be honest, there has been many high points during lockdown, really. It's all been a bit boring. I've been able to make people laugh and stuff, especially because I think joking about my condition helps me cope a lot. I've always seen the funny side of my disability, and I think it's been very important to me. I also think I joke about my disability as a defense mechanism. As long as I'm laughing at myself, it means that no one else can laugh at me first. In that way, I think that comedy is a very powerful tool. And that's why I would like to see more disabled comedians booked by comedy clubs, appearing at festivals and being shown on television.
Absolutely.
More disabled people being portrayed in a positive light. I'm sick of being part of a group in society who are mostly demonized in the media. The general public need to see that disabled people can contribute an awful lot to society, and they need to see that we have a sense of humor just like anyone else. Programs like The Last Leg on Channel 4 have paved the way, but there's still a lot that could be done. Only when we see disabled people on our stages and on our screens as much as anyone else with attitudes really change. And only then will disabled people feel fully a part of society. Of course, success breeds success as well. It would be nice for every disabled child to realize they have the opportunity, whatever they want when they grow up. But they will only believe this if they see other people in a similar situation achieving their goal. The comedy scene as a whole can play a big part in this. There are some amazing disabled comedians working on the circuit.
Absolutely.
Comedy is the perfect way to tackle difficult subjects in a way that can make people both laugh and think at the same time.
That was so beautifully said. Thank you so much. Absolutely agree. 100%.
Lee, I want to know, first of all, do you have hecklers? And if you do, how do you cope with them? What do you do?
I've never been heckled yet, actually. I'd be interested in seeing what would happen if I was, though. I think that'd be a great social experiment. Heckling a disabled person will quickly be frowned upon in most situations. I do have some comebacks stored just in case, though. I'm dying to use them. I think the audience there is really a bit like it does in real life. Sometimes you can hear the gasp come from the audience when I walk onto the stage. I think that helps, though, because they don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So I hope it makes them laugh. I think they enjoy it more. It can't get any worse than in real life, when people think I'm deaf as well and insist on writing everything down.
Yes.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
By getting up on stage, I'd like to think that I'm educating people, that disabled people are just the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that some people think that disabled people aren't allowed a sense of humor. Obviously, I don't really care what they think, but if it helps change someone's view, then it must be a good thing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're such an inspiration, Lee. Absolutely. Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, Lee, thank you so much for coming on. We're just so thrilled to meet you. And Debbie's told us all about you.
Yes.
Yes, your Jewish mother has told them all about you. And hopefully we'll be able to do our series of ability in November if we're allowed to come back and do it. What do you think?
Hopefully, I need to get out of this house soon.
We all do. We all want to get out.
Well, thank you for visiting our nest, darling.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Lee.
My pleasure. See you later.
Bye,
See you in
darling.
November.
Bye, darling.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
What a wonderful young man. Oh my God.
Oh,
And he's so right. We should see
Yeah.
more, disabled people. Because
Yes.
there's so many comics out there. And the one thing he said, it would show disabled children that there is a future, there is a hope. There, you can go on, and there's good work out there. I think it's
Wonderful.
fantastic.
I've asked Lee before, how when he started using a computer, an iPad, and he started when he was very young. It'd be very interesting to talk to him more in depth about how he started, and he's always been able to communicate that well. He's so, in fact, for someone who hasn't got a voice, he has an incredible communication.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And he's so
Incredible.
bloody funny.
Oh.
He's so funny. He's so
Amazing.
smart and brilliant.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Have you seen his stand-up, Debbie?
Yeah, I saw him in Edinburgh, and I've seen him actually twice before, and it's just it's very different to how he is on Britain's Got Talent. It's a lot darker. But as you can see by talking to us, his humour is
the
quite
wonderful thing. When you see him live, it's a completely different thing. And it's
completely
Absolutely.
and it's it's fantastic.
He's also
And what
fearless.
What is so brilliant about him winning Britain's Got Talent is that he's got, he's expanded his audience. So he's just, so he can work to both ways. And he's just, he's a clever comic. He's got that audience, and he's got another sort of different. He appeals to everybody because I think because he takes the piss out of himself, and how is he able to be able to do that?
Exactly.
And he said he doesn't care what people think, but he wants to change people's opinions. So I think that was brilliant when he said that.
Absolutely. Really wonderful.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, girls.
Yes.
Oh, very humbling. All right, tomorrow, cheese.
And wine.
And wine.
Cheese and wine.
And it's a good excuse.
Do we dress up again for the party, or are we going to not bother dressing
It's
up?
10 o'clock in the morning. I can't keep
Give me a
dressing
break.
up, girl.
We could have another slumber party, sort of PJs, couldn't we?
Oh, I'm just gonna wear. I'm just.
Or
gonna wear
kimonos.
No rules.
All right.
It's no rules.
I couldn't put on any
No
pajamas.
rules. That's it.
We're gorging on cheese and wine. Why do we want to add anything else to that? We're going to be horizontal by the end of it.
It's a very good excuse for me to open a bottle at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much.
It is absolutely. So everybody, we'll see you at 10 in the morning. Thank you again to my gorgeous radio son, Lee Ridley. I'm so proud of him and so honoured. And he'll hate that.
You know what? I was a bit in awe of him, actually, Debbie.
Were you?
Yeah, because I'm just so amazed by him.
No, I'm so glad that he came on the show. He is very brave and a very, very funny man. Very funny man.
I think he's
We're lucky to
incredible.
have met him in the nest.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.